2, 1, go. I would love to get this down to, say, 140 RTA. Like, I'd have to drop 10 plus minutes off RTA, but I would love to get it down that far to submit at 140. If I can get it to if I can submit at 145, I'll deal with that. But I would love to get it further. I think I can. I feel like there's 10 minutes between 15 minutes RTA, 10 minutes loadless between me and record. I think I can get 5 of that relatively simply. Beyond that, we'll have to. Who the hell knows? And I'd like to see if I can get it down to 140 RTA. That was almost a really good fight until the two started moving out of the way. Unfortunate. You turd. Who said you could hit me? Alright. So we're through. I like that on New Game Plus you can just skip the tutorials entirely. Just beat the crap out of them and move on. Now everybody's favorite problem child, Daigo Damn Dojima, is coming up. So we have to deal with him again. Chapter 1 would be so much better if I didn't have to deal with him. I was actually really good getting through that alley like that. Not getting stopped. 2 swings. This has been a really good start with the fight so far. Give me gun. Give me gun to shoot people and move faster. There we go. A good start. This would have been a great start if I'd been able to get that first wave down in the tutorial fight. But this is a pretty good start so far. Let's see if we can't keep this going. I want to submit this to... definitely submitting to PAX West and Fastest Furs, as well as Preventative. I mean, I'm submitting to several. But I need to actually get my time down. Ah, you turd. Who said you could move over there? Like, if Kiryu had turned around to that last slash, I think I could have made it work, but unfortunately went forward. This has still been a pretty good Chapter 1, though. Not complaining about this at all. Alright, douchebag, let's do this. He did that at not... How am I missing on that first swing? That's annoying. I mean, it's not too bad. It's annoying, because that's a second or two I don't need to lose. Mildly annoying, because this felt better than that. Really? That's mostly the tutorial fight, I think. Because that actually felt a lot better than that. Me. Oh well. Couple seconds won't break anything here or there. This guy, apparently we're peacocking his mom, whatever that means. I have no idea, but we're doing it. And now we run to the Grand. I actually didn't get stopped in that opening alleyway in Camarocho too. That doesn't happen very often. That felt very good. Unfortunately, the time said otherwise. Go outside, please. Don't hit the plant. Go outside. Alright. Fight spawns are now active on the map. They love to pop down, excuse me, from the golf center that we're running by. If we can usually run past them here, because we have to go right past the golf center, the Kurokawa. Now, that's a single... I didn't mean to pause there before talking to him. That's annoying. That was just a single Novo Riche. Big, slow enemy that we can just run by. We don't care. Kiryu, come on. Hey, bitch. Grant, how's it going? I am alive after GDQ. It's been a few days. Alright, the guy second to the left, Hashimoto. We'll see him again later, but for right now, he goes away. Alright, quickly skip this cutscene, and then we just have to run the end of Sotenbori Street for the end of the chapter. Now, will the game be nice and not stop me all over the place as I'm running down here? Nope. Okay, you tried to be a jackass. The one that walked like 3 feet to get in front of me. Not bad. That was pretty okay right there. That could have been a lot worse. I mean, we're coming out green. I'll take it. That's us tomorrow, and we desperately need it right now. It's hotter than shit. I need you to stop sending your weather up here, please. Daigo fucking Dojima, dude. It's kind of annoying when I actually get the pause there as early as possible with the full black background. I can't tell that I've gotten it right away. So I'm just mashing the pause button to try and get to the cutscene skip. No, no, Kiryu, no. This one I have to wait a second before it registers. Oh, damn. Stay safe out there. Y'all do like your ridiculous weather patterns in Texas, don't you? Whether it's heat, ice, water. Y'all just try to go too big down there. And 3 swings is kind of annoying, but it's fine. Nice. One of them decided to live right at the start, which is annoying. Excuse me? Nice stun lock there, assholes. Jesus. Nice fight. Unfortunately, I quick step away from the door, which is a little unfortunate. Otherwise, fine. Nope, it is here. I don't know why I was thinking it was over there. That's right, this is the one. It's only a second or two. It's a second or two, but it's annoying because that second or two starts to add up after a while. That was good, though. Why did it put the sword away? It shouldn't have done that. Alright, do have to kill you. And you. I don't have to kill you. You go down. Kiryu? Jesus. Good fight. Don't care about you. Do care about you. And we're through this section. Actually lower on HP than I usually am. I don't know how I feel about this just yet. Alright, no plant shenanigans down here, please. Good, no plant shenanigans. Okay with that. That was actually really good. I like to be through these guys right at 4 minutes, so I think I'm just about there. Like, I can get through there faster, but if I'm there at 4, I'm okay. Alright, Ryuji, time not to be a jackass. Yeah, my HP is actually going to be pretty low here. I tried to switch weapons quickly and the game said no, you aren't. Okay, I actually got the immediate slash though, which helps. Good fight. Decent set piece, good fight. Saving some time here, I'll take it. Actually, really good set piece. There's still more to save too. I got turned around a couple times. I will take that. That's a pretty good gold right there. Give me more of that. Alright, Chapter 4. The first real chapter of the game. And also, like, the first 3 chapters I have down pretty well for the run. 4 is where we start getting taxis. I've got that pretty well. To where I don't have to check the notes that often. But just trying to get through that right now. I mean, it's going to be 11. That's the big one for me to learn right now because of the codes. Eight is 6 and 8 are important. Fuck. Oh, okay. Thank you. I don't know what I did, but thank you, game. I don't know how it canceled that one out, but it did, and I'm very happy for it. I dodged a fucking bullet right there. Like, that probably would have been a reset this early. That fight spawn. I can slip through. It moved up a little quicker than I thought. Get around. You stopped. If you hadn't stopped, it would have been fine. Alright, this turd. Alright, good. No second text box. That was pretty good. Alright, first taxi of the run. Unfortunately, we don't lose any time here because we have to wait 2 minutes. Do absolutely nothing. We just have to wait 2 minutes in game time. We're going to get a phone call after the first minute, a second phone call after the second minute, and then we can buy the bandages and move on. We're going to go into first person here. First person stops the idle text boxes from popping up, just little reminders of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, main story-wise, so that keeps those from popping up because those do stop the timer. And we just went probably about 20 seconds or so to the first phone call. Come on. Come on. Alright, there's the first one. So the second one's going to be at about 3:55 on the split timer. We get the bandages, have to go back to the bar, give them to Tamio, so she can take care of Kaoru, who's been shot. Okay, 20 seconds or so. No, right now it's about 20. There it is, right on the nose. Alright, back to the taxi and back to the bar. No fight spawn, good. Taxiing menus are somewhat terrifying to make sure I don't go to the wrong place, but that's what matters. Alright, Tamio's gonna take care of Kaoru here, and she wants us to go talk to one of her oh, I can't, that's interesting. Alright, Kaoru wants to talk to one of her informants to find out some details on the bullet she was shot with. No. Okay, at least stop right by a taxi, so it's not the worst thing in the world. That's fine. It's a few seconds long. If I was at one of the bridges and there was no taxi right here, that'd be probably the end of the run. Alright, we don't care about you. We just need to get in the Mahjong parlor, because that's where the informant is. But we're told there's a tournament going on and we can't get in without a special tile that gets us access. So we gotta go see a Mahjong player and get his tile. Enter Jonka. Jonka's a Mahjong player who basically turned into a drunk. And he's over here at the UFO catcher, trying to catch this red cat for some reason. We don't really know why. We tell him we'll do it, and then we don't care. We're going to text skip away his dialogue where he tells us his kid has been kidnapped. Because he owes somebody 5 million. Okay, good, thank you. 5 million yen. So we're going to go take care of the people who have kidnapped his kid. Now, you see our money count. What do you think the fastest way is of taking care of these people? Yeah, we're just going to pay him the 5 million yen. Sometimes crime does pay. So now we don't have to fight him. And now we just go and pick up Jonka's kid for him. The guy in red just up ahead by the tree has got Jonka's kid. So we're going to talk to him, and again, we don't care. So we cutscene skip him away. Turns out, it's not a kid. His cat, Yukiko, was kidnapped. So we saved Cat, please. Okay. Oh, okay. That was right up against it. It actually started the fight. Okay. Alright, so we give Jonka his cat, he gives us the tile, and now we go back to the Mahjong parlor. Where we're gonna go meet the informant inside, Esaki. Esaki is what we call an asshole. We'll see him again later, don't worry. But this bald bastard in here, we need to talk to. First, we talk to the guy outside, cutscene skip away his dialogue, go inside, and Isaki's gonna be at the Mahjong table.
Oi.
Alright, bunch of cutscene skips coming up. We pay him 100 grand to tell us about the bullet. Then he's going to demand another 300 grand to tell us more about the bullet. If we didn't pay him, we'd have to do a whole side quest in order to have him tell us what the hell's going on. So again, sometimes crime pays. This guy directly to our right likes to kick right off the start, so we just have to watch out for him. Fuck you. Kiss my ass, Sasaki. Couple more cutscene skips and we're out of this section. And we just have to get back to the bar. But if we take we can't taxi at this point. And if we went the short path to the bar, we'd be stopped. A message, something about there's a whole bunch of people there that something's going on we don't want to get involved with. When RGG does that, it means they've got some side content they want you to interact with. Unfortunately, this fight spawn's going to get canceled as we get right over here because it's an area trigger that starts this cutscene. Welcome to Cabaret. This is actually a very interesting minigame that we're not touching right now. Because Cabaret is in 3-minute segments. And if you interact with Cabaret at all, it stops that timer. We don't want to stop that timer. We just need to get through this 3 minutes as quickly as possible to get back for the run. Oh. Probably gonna lose a little bit of time here. Like, it hasn't been a bad chapter at all. Like, that one early fight spawn that somehow canceled itself, that saved me. There's time to be saved here if I can get a good chapter. This is not a good chapter. A very good chapter, I should say. There's a good 30 seconds or so to be had in the next chapter, which has the other big minigame in Kiwami 2. Also, it's the worst part of the New Game Plus run. We'll get to that in a minute. For the moment, we got a minute and a half to just chill. We've got another 3-minute waiting segment coming up at about the hour 35, hour 40 mark. So this is basically our break until then. Yeah, I think we lose a couple of seconds, but not much. I'm kind of annoyed I lost 2 seconds in Chapter 1. It felt like it was a lot better than that. I'm trying to think, what was that? I'm thinking it had to be the first wave of the graveyard and missing the one swing against Daigo. Just kind of odd, but whatever. Alright, 30 seconds to go. We can still interact with the game once the timer ends, unfortunately, so we have to wait for it to completely finish. Okay, we're through. And... mash. Alright, and now we just have to leave and get back to the bar. We're gonna lose about 10 seconds, really? That much? Didn't feel like I lost that much. I don't know what happened. Okay, it wasn't as much as I thought it was. Still annoying, because I didn't feel like I lost that much, but whatever. Chapter 5. We're heading back to Kamurocho. Remember, Kaoru was just shot a few minutes ago. So we've got to let her rest and recover. While she does that, we're going to leave her at Serena. Excuse me. And we're going to head to the Tojo Clan HQ to let them know what's going on. If you've played the first game, you'll know why Serena is closed. We go into the back door the entire game, so nobody knows we're there. But I will not spoil the story plot point from the first game for those who haven't played it. Alright, we're going to talk to Lady Dojima here. We don't care what she has to say, we cutscene skip her away, and she gives us a key that the 5th chairman, Terada, who in the opening at the graveyard was shot and killed, he gave her this key that no one really knows what it's for. But this bowl has a keyhole in it. And it opens this secret apartment that has a bunch of stuff. All we need is that dagger. The other stuff is good. It's weapons, some XP. We don't need it at all in New Game Plus. So we take the dagger, we run back to Dojima and Kashiwagi. Thank you for not taking the left input game. And now we're heading back to Kamurocho. We're going to get stopped briefly by this guy who's apparently an assassin. We never learn anything more about this guy. This plot point is just completely left hanging. No idea why we have this assassin coming after us. But we just stab him a couple times and we're safe. As soon as we get back to Kamurocho, we get a phone call from Kaoru, where she asks us to go buy her some underwear. You know what? She actually wants underwear and beer, but we have beer from the main game. But she's been shot, and presumably hasn't changed clothes in a while, so we'll just buy her the underwear, no questions asked, and head back to Serena to give it to her. Hey, Kiryu! Come on! That was entirely unnecessary. What the hell, man? As was that. Alright. To the north end of Tenkaichi Street, just because it saves a little time on getting to the bar. It's a good thing about the PC version. I don't know what you get caught on there. The load remover. It's actually better for us to take taxis than running to places most of the time. Alright, so Kaoru has changed. We're heading off toward Purgatory to go see an old friend. If you saw the dagger that I picked up, you can guess who that old friend is. If you want to know why he's where we're going, well... K2 takes place about a year after Yakuza 1. There's some DLC called Majima Saga that takes place right in between there at the 6-month mark. Majima's no longer in the Tojo clan. That will tell you why. I'll just leave it at that for right now. But it's a fun enough, like a half-hour DLC that just kind of gives you a little backstory at Majima. The speed run's like 9 minutes RTA, if that. Alright. Couple of cutscenes to skip. We're going to use our first muscle soda. Talk to Majima. We're not going to talk to Kamaki because we did that before this file. And now we're at the Coliseum. So, we have our first enemy, Da Silva. We pull out our sword. We no longer have an opponent. Muscle Soda's strong with all the other stuff we have equipped right now. Gary Buster Holmes. If you played the first game, don't worry, his Japanese still sucks, and he's gone as well. So the first two fights, we just had to pull out the sword and stab. Fight 3 for Majima. Gonna have to do a little more work here. Also, when it comes back around, that dagger looks familiar. We pull up, wrong sword. We step forward, and we stab. That's actually unfortunate. I should not miss this now. I might be in kill range. Alright. Now we just need him to not be a turd. Which he doesn't know how to do. I probably should have just pulled out the gun and shot him, to be perfectly honest. That's really annoying. Alright, we're through the Coliseum, which is its own little essentially a side quest throughout the course of the game. It's actually pretty interesting. But now we get to the other large minigame. Clan Creator. Majima Construction is a tower defense RTS in the middle of my action RPG, in the middle of my action game. Because that's exactly what I wanted in my beat 'em up, right? Tower defense. Excuse me. Let me pause. Okay, there's quite a bit of time saved if I get a good clan creator here. Nishida, please. Alright. Very specific setup here. Nishida is coming over here. Majima up here. The other two guys back there, and Gun Guy right there to protect the back end. And we're good. Nishida is just going to stay here. In fact, we're going to move Nishida up slightly. He's just going to stay there for the moment. And we're going to hope that Nishida takes care of this wave on his own. Come on, Nishida. There you go. That's what we like to see. Okay, now you come over here. The fact that these two weren't helping out is a little annoying, but the big thing was just to have Nishida take care of that section on his own. Gun Guy, no. Well, we are not having a good clan creator, unfortunately. Gun Guy! Oh my goodness. That is quite unfortunate. And now everybody's out of position, so we gotta get everybody back over here. Oh, that wave was elusive. But yeah, this could have been easily 20, 30 seconds faster. Unfortunate. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh well. There's a lot of time to be saved. Wave 2 is actually really good. Wave 3, not so much. That's my own fault. I should have brought... Instead of having guys 3 and 4 go up to help Majim at the end of Wave 2, I should have brought him down to the middle to be ready for Wave 3. Oh well. Yeah, you can see we're going to lose a lot of time here. In fact, we might be losing time before I even get control back. Barely. That's about 20 seconds, unfortunately. Oh well, it is what it is. Like I said, it's not like we're recording or trying to... only about 10 seconds, I'll take that. It's not like we're PBing this run. Most likely, we're just trying to... I'm still learning the run in some respects. Alright, 3 cutscene skips. Alright, Daigo Dojima has been kidnapped. Daigo always causing problems, I swear to God. But he's been kidnapped by the Omi Alliance, so we've got to go find him. First, sorry Yuya, we don't have time today. We're told Daigo's being held at the Amano building. First thing is we have to find out where the hell is the Amano building. So we're going up to Theater Alley to talk to an informant friend of Kiryu's, Morita, who, shocker, we don't care what he has to say. We just have to talk to him. That's going to happen a lot here. Alright. Now, the Amano building, as it turns out, is right behind us. But in between us and the building, directly to our right, is a sub-story trigger that, if you hit it, is about 45 seconds. So we dodge that. We go to the cutscene skip. We have to do this fight. We're going to pull out our sword. Use a muscle soda. Muscle soda's not for this fight. The muscle soda will last in the next fight, and that's what it's for. But skip out of this. It's the 16-bit gang that has control of the Amano building. And their boss has the key. The door's locked. So we gotta go find their boss to get the key from. Turns out he's right behind the Millennium Tower. And he's why we have that muscle soda. So we just talk to him. We gotta start the fight. There will always be at least one person that spawns behind you. If you're fast, you can make it so you can guarantee it's only one there. If you're slow, a second NPC will spawn behind you, and you have to take care of them. But now that we're through, no fight spawn good. Kiryu, why? Alright, we're keeping an eye. Novo Riche. I'm gonna go ahead and despawn him. I might have been able to make it around him, but I wasn't positive. So we'll despawn it to play it safe. And now we're into the Amano building. We're gonna meet somebody right at the start. Get used to it. We're gonna see him a bunch. Welcome to the Man in Black. Give me my sword. We have to dodge this crate that's kicked at us. This is the Man in Black. When we see him, we pull out a sword and we stab. Thus endeth this saga of the Man in Black. For now, anyways. Pull out our gun, head up the next floor. We're gonna shoot everybody here. Punching the door is faster than opening. Unfortunately, we were just too far away. Shoot. Oh. I just barely got into my heat. I lost a little bit of heat there when I got hit. And I just barely was able to get it back before the machine gun guy started shooting. He would have killed me. That would have been the end of the run. Legend, you cannot restart when you die. Oh, hello, it's the man in black again. Like we said, we have our sword, and we stab. That's every time we see the man in black, that's going to be very specific. Okay. Coming through this section, yeah, splash the sword, I'm going to deal with you, and you. I got stuck on the guy's body. Shotgun guy here can be a problem if we let him. I'm going to use another stamina X. As well as the muscle soda. We need the muscle soda for these guys. Now, the man in black is going to come at us from behind. We do the QTE. We're going to stab him. There's going to be a phase 2. If we're quick, we can stab him and skip the field of heat. My dude? I have questions. Are we? I don't know what happened there. Well, there goes any chance of saving time in this chapter. I've never seen him dodge like, or seen Kiryu miss like that. If I'm very quick, all right. Well, we were able to skip his field of heat, which saves a little bit of time, but he cost us quite a bit of time, unfortunately. I really don't know how Kiryu missed. That was probably 10 or 15 seconds because Kiryu missed the stab. On the bright side, I think I know how to get that skip now, so that's good for the future. Alright, immediate cutscene skip. Kazuki, one of our friends from the Stardust host club, the owner has been shot. Just like with Kaoru, we've got to get him to a doctor. There's less NPCs to deal with here, thankfully. But we would like to avoid running into them because it's just slow. I don't know how he missed that stab. That was a really good chapter up until that point. That was probably going to be 15, 20 seconds saved. Actually, probably more, 20, 25. I mean, we saved 10 as it is. Alright, we have to run through Theater Square. We're watching out for the purple dots on the mini-map, because those are cops that will stop us, and we'll have to get through some conversations that are not fast. Alright, there's 2. Where's the 3rd? Which way is he? He's moving the other way. We're fine. Okay. We're heading to Dakamoto's clinic, who's right around the corner. This is a pretty short chapter, all in all. Not a whole lot to do here. We just have to get to the clinic, and then Date's going to want to go somewhere to talk about things and figure out what the hell's going on. We're going to suggest going to a bar called Bantam. In K1, there was a bar called Bacchus. Some things happened there, and they rebranded to Bantam here in K2. I won't spoil, again, story events for those who haven't played K1. Just know that was the first place we met Haruka. Haruka's going to come back. We haven't seen Haruka yet, but she's going to be very important soon. So we're running to Bacchus. Excuse me, Bantam. We've got a couple cutscenes to skip. And then we get a phone call from Kaoru, who is understandably upset that we left her behind. Technically, we're in Kaoru's protective custody, because the Omi Alliance is supposed to be coming after us, so she's supposed to be with us at all times to make sure we don't get killed. And we left her behind. So she's back in Emoto's clinic, dealing with the other gunshot. Like, Kiryu was carrying Kazuki. Date was carrying Kawara. I forgot the X button, that's annoying. So we're back at Emoto's clinic. This is Chan and, oh god, Lee? Or Kim and Choi. Wow, how did I get that wrong? They come in looking for Kazuki, who they call Park for some reason. We don't really know why, but they call him Park. you'll notice Kawara is just writhing in pain on the couch after being shot because the Moto's been dealing with Kazuki. But this takes care of Kim and Choi. This is our introduction to the Jingwan Mafia. It's a Korean organization that is the main antagonist of the game. We'll learn more about their motives later. Just know for now, they are the Jingwan Mafia. Now, we take Kaoru back to Bantam to talk to Date. Kawara beat us there, gunshot wound and all. Man is shot in the leg and he beats us in the bar. How the hell? Date notices something weird going on with the bartender. So, we're going to beat the crap out of some Kamurocho business owners. Why? We don't know. We just are. Pretty good fight. That was not bad at all. Alright, couple cutscene skips and we're at the end of the chapter. We just have to run back towards Serena. When we get there, we're going to trigger a sub-story. There's a couple of sub-stories we're going to trigger. Just because we're going to run... They're in spots that we're going to hit a lot. And this sub-story is going to be right in front of Serena, so if we didn't hit it now, we'd be hitting it later, no questions asked. So we just get it out of the way. In fact, I'm not even sure you can get behind Serena without hitting the sub-story. No, actually, because it's before the entrance back there. So this is Granny White. Granny White is being attacked by Chinese triads. We're not going to ask questions. We're just going to save her. That was a very ugly fight. Unfortunate. But Granny White has been saved. So now we run back up to Serena and end the chapter. Nah, that's annoying. Losing time to Granny White. Because the one dude just somehow lived. Alright, couple of cutscene skips. Then we get control of Kiryu. Date is wanted for murder. Or attempted murder of Kazuki. Turns out that was actually Kazuki's body double, who was a member of the Jingwan Mafia. The real Kazuki had been held hostage for 6 months. But it shows Date shooting Kazuki. So he's wanted for murder. We're going to get rid of you. I maybe could have made it to the taxi there, didn't want to risk it. Alright, so we need help clearing Date's name. We're going to go to the Millennium Tower and see the ultimate informant. We're also going to get an email there from Granny White that we just ignore. But we need to see the legendary informant, the Florist of Sai. He's moved from West Park, which is now Kamurocho Hills, up into the Millennium Tower. It's always the Millennium Tower. Somebody cuts the power. So we've got to deal with the people who cut the power. There's going to be 7 enemies who spawn here. We're going to use the muscle soda to make sure that we can kill them in one hit. The real battle here is just finding them all when they spawn in. They're very weak, thanks to the muscle soda. You're 6, and you should be 7 over here. You're not there. Where did you spawn? That's annoying. Usually he spawns up there. That's a little unfortunate. But now, essentially a mini-boss. Fucking Hayashi. I actually meant to stab, not do that, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Hayashi tried to kidnap Haruka in Yakuza 1. So we don't like him very much, for multiple reasons. We need to kill him. I don't like my HP at the moment, so I'm gonna go into extreme heat. I can't die while in extreme heat. So we're gonna go into that to be safe, just to make sure he doesn't do any shenanigans. Like that. We actually would have been okay but that's still safer. We don't need to do the QTE here, so we just wait for this field of heat to end. Alright, power's back on. We go back to see the florist. He doesn't have anything for us on Date, but what he does have is Daigo's location. Daigo is being held at where the hell am I running? At Shangri-La. Shangri-La was a late game set piece location in K1 until certain somebody, Majima, drove a truck through it. It looks really good from the outside, doesn't it? Wait till you see the inside. That was a very annoying way to lose like 5 seconds. Because the camera, I don't know what the camera did there. Alright, give me my sword. This is the Shangri-La set piece. We just need to get through here as fast as possible. Again, slashing doors is faster than opening them. Alright. Coming up through here. There's another machine gun enemy here on floor 2. It's after this room. Oh, no. No. You know what? I'm gonna use stamina. I probably would have been okay if I didn't pull my gun out because I was in the wrong room. Alright, now I want my gun. No, I don't. I want the gun after this room. Alright, so we're just wasting time because I keep changing weapons, which kind of sucks. Now, gun. Oh, we're gonna quickly shoot him before he starts shooting us. He got a couple shots off. That was close. But we're through the what is essential. Thank you for missing the door. I mean, that would have been death in the end of the run. But this is one of the last rooms of this set piece. We just have to deal with these guys. Kiryu, don't miss. Why are you missing like this? Oh my. That was... Oh man, this Shangri-La could have been so much better. Why are you not... Well, we're losing time. We had a bunch of time to save here, and now we're losing time. Lovely. Oh well. Like, we had to heal a couple times here, which didn't help. But, like, the fights and the doors, man, 10 seconds, really? That's annoying. I mean, it's probably there's probably 20 seconds to save there. Like, at GDQ in the practice room, I don't have it on these splits, but I golded that section, or that chapter by probably 15 seconds. And there's still more to go, honestly. But chapter 12 is coming up. And chapter 12 still has a ton of time. So there's at least still plenty out there. Okay, chapter 9. 2 cutscene skips. And now we go back to Tojo Clan headquarters. It's Terada's funeral, the former Tojo Clan chairman. So, we just have to go for the funeral. Okay. Single enemy, no, don't care, and we're just going straight to the Tojo Clan. Ad starting in about 2 minutes, by the way. If I could, I'd start it now. Unfortunately. Alright, we have several cutscene skits to do. And then that guy I mentioned back in Chapter 2 at the Grand Fight, I mentioned, keep a guy in mind, Hashimoto. He's picked up a sword here that he didn't have before. He's a fucking pain in the ass in this fight. So we're gonna go into extreme heat to make sure he doesn't kill us. He would have killed us there. You can see my HP at the moment. Alright, we've got a bunch of cutscenes to skip. And we've been told that the Goryu clan is working, is now attacking Kamurocho. Now, since everybody is at the funeral, and nobody from the Tojo clan is here to protect the city. I'm going to use the stamina quickly. Majima has been keeping an eye on the city for us while everyone's at the funeral. Majima has not had a very good time. We're not going to see him in the cutscene, but he's had the shit kicked out of him. And he tells us that there's a traitor within the Tojo clan who's been working with the Omi Alliance. So we have to now go back to Tojo Clan HQ and deal with the traitor. Alright. Fight spawn will determine which taxi we take. No fight spawn, good. This way it is. Alright, now. Have to be very careful here. There is a soft lock in this fight. If I kill everybody before the text disappears, that's about to appear on the screen, that is a soft lock and we have to reload. We obviously don't want that. So give it a second. Okay, we're clear. Yeah, that barrier there is not destroyable if you don't let the text go away. This little jackass, I swear to God. Pain in the ass right there. So it turns out that the Tojo clan traitor is, his name is Shindo, and he was Nishiyama's captain in the first game. He's now become the Nishiyama clan chairman, or family chairman, after the events of K1. He's a turd. But you see where our HP is. Give me my sword. That lag. Stab him once. Skip that phase of the fight. We've got a split second here to pull. I did pull up the gun. Straight into. We skipped the second phase of his fight into the final section. In fact, we're gonna keep the sword at the moment. No, it put it away. Fine. Now, we just have to chase after him out back. There is a third phase to this fight. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to do that. So, we're just gonna skip it entirely by taking my gun and shooting. Why that works, I have no idea. It's not supposed to have that kind of range, but it does. Okay, an hour later, hello. Oh, hi, bitch. Hello, mom. Bitch's mom, hello. Oh, God. Why did it go to the mouse button there for a second? Alright, we do the 2 QTEs. And we slash Shindo multiple times in the heart. The man is dead. We will never deal with him again. But we do need to go check in on everybody he was holding hostage to make sure they're okay. We're not in the fight anymore, so unfortunately we actually do have to open the door and sit through this. We can't just punch it open. You know, the Omi Alliance HQ had they had an elevator that you could take to get upstairs. Why don't we have that? Why do I have to run upstairs? Alright, coming in to check on everybody. You were dead. Why are you here? Fortunately, one stab, QTE, and not great. That last phase is very quick, thankfully. You will die if you miss that QTE, so don't miss the QTE. 7 seconds? Really? How did I lose 7 seconds there? Huh. I guess the Hashimoto fight was a little rough, but I didn't think it was that bad. Alright, couple of cutscene skips. We're immediately going to the taxi, and we're going up to Theater Square. See, Kaoru is going to check in with some people to get some information for us, so we just have to kill some time. We're taking a taxi to Theater Avenue, because if we walk there, we're going to hit a sub-story trigger. If we move, we're going to hit a sub-story trigger. But, because of the taxi, the story cutscene trigger hits first. This is Takashi. Takashi's having some problems. Specifically, girl problems. We helped him out in K1 when he fell in love with a mafia family chairman's daughter. Oh boy. Nope. Oh, that sucks. I think we're safe here. Hold on. Yeah, we're safe. That's an annoying way to lose like 10 seconds, but it's whatever. So we helped him out, and we saved him and his girl. But now he's having some problems because he thinks she's cheating on him. So he begs us to go find the legendary informant that he's heard of, to see if that informant will help him find out what's going on with his girlfriend. So of course it's the Florist of Sai. And in the first game, we found out that the Florist of Sai is Takashi's father. Takashi doesn't know that. Now, we're not going to tell him, but we're going to ask the Florist if he's willing to help Takashi out. The Florist is, so we run out the back of Millennium Tower now to head back to Shellac and go get Takashi. Fortunately, the game will bring us back here. We don't have to worry about coming back. The worry here is a potential fight spawn here in the Champion District. No, why'd you move into me? Thank you. This way. Oh, God. I forgot about that. You know what? As far as sub-story triggers go, that's not the worst thing in the world. Plus, it despawned the fight spawn. So it's honestly not terrible. It's a few seconds. It's not that bad. Why did we talk... decided to talk to the bartender, not Takashi, unfortunately. So that's a rough way to lose more time. So a bunch of cutscene skips. Turns out, Takashi's girlfriend... Takashi hasn't been able to hold down a job. So his girlfriend has been meeting up with her father, the Yakuza family chairman, and he's been giving them money to keep them going. So Takashi feels like an idiot, runs off to go make things right with his girlfriend and her father, and we just found out Kaoru is ready for us. She has some stuff we have to go back to Sotenbori to go get. So we're just gonna run back up to the bar, to Serena, and head back to Sotenbori. Once we get there, we're going to get a little fight with Kaoru after the police station. So we've got to go find her. We have no idea where she might have gone, so we go back to the bar and talk to Tamio, who basically raised Kaoru, and see if she has any idea where Kaoru might have run off to. She's not really sure, but she does know that Kaoru there's a bar hangout she likes to go to. So we're going to head up to Stigil, which is the only bar we know of in Sotenbori. Fight spawn good. Inside Stigil, we need to talk to the bartender. Right in front of the bartender is a guy, an NPC that's a sub-story. If we talk to him, there's about a 30-second conversation, a fight when we leave Sigil, and another couple of cutscenes to skip. So we don't want to talk to the guy in front of the bartender. We only want bartender. Congratulations, we have successfully not talked to the sub-story. Kaoru just left, and she decided she was going to go get some air, and she went down to the Sotenbori River. So we're going to go find her by the river. And as is normal, whenever the hell Kiryu does anything in this game, excuse me, thank you, he gets attacked. So we're going to have to deal with the fight. This fight, when you're just playing the game, there is whenever you're fighting here on the river, there is a special heat action that you can just throw people into the river. Instant death. It's actually really funny. Unfortunately, it's way too slow to be used in the speedrun, so we just have to fight everybody. Bunch of cutscenes to skip here. I think we're losing time here as well. But again, the important thing here is really just to get the run down. And learn this shit. Alright, there's 2 sub-stories on this bridge that we're going to kind of weave our way around. And then we're going to head down, and at the end of the river here, we're going to meet Kazabori. Kazabori is a tattoo artist. And if the name sounds familiar, it's because in the first game, you meet up with Kiryu's tattoo artist in Kamurocho, Utabori. This is the Kamurocho tattoo artist, Kazabori. Kazabori is having some problems. One of his assistants has run off with his priceless tattoo design. So we've got to go chase him down. Apprentices, that's the word I was looking for. And we have to deal with the true final boss of this game, stairs and sharp turns. Kiryu does not like stairs and sharp turns. Please. How did I lose this much time here? What did I lose that on? Oh. Well, there was the bartender, but that much time? I did something wrong there, I just don't know what. This is actually a really good little subplot in the game. Don't skip through these cutscenes if you're playing the game yourself. It's actually a really good story. Now, welcome to the shortest chapter in the run, and possibly in all of Yakuza speedrunning. We immediately take the taxi to the Wild Bridge, and we're gonna go... We go forward, and now we skip a couple cutscenes to deal with Kaoru. She's got a lead on a guy that we gotta find. The guy is at a secret shogi den called Kema, so we've got to find our way to Kema. West Shogi. Yeah. Nope, I did it again. Fortunately, right here, South Shogi. Okay. Mildly annoying. Like, that is what I need to learn. I keep going to the wrong damn, the wrong damn taxi spot there. Now we go to West Shokufocho. And we're going into this little alleyway behind the Mahjong parlor from earlier. Very specific set of steps we're about to do. Door. Wall. We're going to call the phone number 110, 100, 109. Go inside. Another cutscene skip. Run to the back. Talk to the safe. Skip the cutscene. The code is 5824. We can't cutscene skip this phone call, so we just text skip through it. And now we've got to run over to Komayan, the restaurant, and we just need to go have a meal. No fight spawn, good. We're just going to call that movement some RNG manipulation. That's absolutely what it was, not shitty movement. But while we're having the meal at Komayan, we bite into it. We bite into something hard, and it turns out to be a shogi piece. The guy from the shogi guy we talked to earlier tries to steal the shogi piece for us. Turns out that's the key to getting into Kema. Now, after we fight him, we get a phone call telling us to find Santa Claus, and Santa Claus will bring us to Kema. It's a very interesting moniker of somebody. Santa Claus. I wonder why they're called Santa... Oh. I know why they're called Santa Claus. So, we have a few cutscenes to skip. We get more backstory on why the Jingwan Mafia is after everybody. Turns out, the Tojo clan carried out a raid on the Jingwan Mafia in Kamurocho 20 years ago, killed everybody, and now there are people who want revenge. Pretty good fight. Would have been nice if I didn't need that third wave, but that was pretty good. Actually, good chapter. Even with the bad taxi, good chapter. Chapter 12. The game is nice enough to refill our health here. To quote this guide at the start of this chapter, do 1 billion cutscene skips. It's actually 8. But we're going to get more backstory on this raid of the Jingwan Mafia. Turns out Kazuma, Kiryu's adopted father, was a part of the raid. And they just killed everyone in sight. One of the Jingwan Mafia's the creed of the Jingwan Mafia is revenge before everything else. For some reason we have to see Kiryu 3 times staring at the water. Now, in that last cutscene, Kiryu gets stabbed. Fortunately, the game refills our health, otherwise we'd just be dead. As you can see the health walking out there. So, to simulate Kiryu being stabbed and us losing blood, the game makes us drunk. So we've got to walk back to the bar to have Tamio take care of us now while we're drunk. Instead of conversations that we're avoiding, we're actually avoiding fight spawns. So anybody with a red dot over them is actually a fight spawn that we will have to do while in this state of drunkenness if we get too close to them. This is the one we have to swing wide to avoid him. Oh, I thought we were getting pushed into him. That was concerning. And now cut back to avoid you. And finally, avoid this guy to just get into the cutscene so that now Tamio can take care of us. While she's taking care of us and dealing with our stab wound, she finds a letter that the person who stabbed us left. Haruka has been kidnapped. If you know anything about this game, we'll get to that in a moment. This is another sub-story we're triggering. This is Etsuko the Ovatarian. She's in a couple of games. Our health has been refilled, so we need to work on getting that back down. But we just deal with that because we use this taxi a bunch. So we just get through the sub-story. And now we have to deal with Haruka being kidnapped. If you know anything about this game series, you know that if Haruka is kidnapped, whoever does that, it usually doesn't end up very well for them. Keep that in mind. We're told to go to the golf center on our own. Thank you, guy right there. Oh god. What a horrible place for a fight spawn. This is the guy who called us. Told us to come meet at the golf center, because, shocker, he doesn't have Haruka. Turns out, we get another phone call from the guy at the beginning of the game, Kurokawa. He knows something, and we've got to go find him to figure out what's going on. Also, that little bit of weird movement... don't like that. That little bit of weird movement leaving the golf center. There's a sub-story that has a huge hitbox that we were dodging right there. Alright, you we don't care about, because this is going to exit out as we get to Kurokawa. Fuck! Really? Damn it! I thought I'd be fine going down. I was not. That is very unfortunate. Alright. Dealing with these guys. Oh, I wasn't supposed to use this here. Oh well, it's fine. Just keep an eye on my HP for the rest of this chapter. You'll see why when we get there. Kurokawa, it turns out, was hired to kidnap Haruka. So we're gonna go talk to the guy who hired him. It's none other than the bald bastard again, Asaki. So we've got to go find Asaki. We're headed back toward the bar. We're not going to the bar this time. We're going to the acupuncture clinic behind it. Because Asaki's hiding in here. Do not talk to the acupuncturist. And now we just have to fight Asaki. Fairly quick fight. One stab and we're out. And he tells us that he was hired by Sengoku of the Omi Alliance. And we're supposed to go to Osaka Castle, because that's where Sengoku is. And of course, Sengoku of Japanese history has a castle. But we're going to rescue Haruka. There's going to be several ways through here. Welcome, meet Kuneta. Kuneta's a bitch. He really is. We have to kill him before killing all of the ads here. Otherwise, he just summons more. But that gets us through here. We chase after. So we got through the samurai. We've got a floor trap here that we have to dodge. And then we're attacked by ninjas. These ninjas will dodge seemingly everything. That was annoying. Also had to dodge the floor traps there. Alright, that was pretty good. When the ninjas are on top of the floor traps, they're just constantly dodging, and they will dodge all of my attacks, so that's part of the problem. Another set of floor traps, and you know what, good enough. My sword back. Nice. They kind of gathered up for me. This is the reason why we had to keep an eye on our HP. Because what does every castle need? A minigun. So we're going to use the minigun in this section. On Legend, these guys shoot you a ridiculous amount. And the gun is incredibly hard to control. So we just have to keep an eye on our HP. If we have to leave the gun and heal, we have to leave the gun and heal. But that was actually really good. That was really good. I don't think I've ever had a minigun section that good. Give me my sword. We have one final fight before the end of this well, for the final fight of this chapter. Once again, we have to deal with Kuneta first before taking out all of the ads, or he summons more. Ninja. That was actually really good. Oh man, if not for that fight spawn, this could have been an incredibly good chapter. We might still be saving, 15, 20 seconds here. even with that fight spawn. That was incredibly good. Alright, tigers. Need our sword and stab quick. I tried to stab before they attacked. They did not. I did not get that off. Unfortunate. We have this QTE coming up. We have to not let him eat us. This will take out one tiger. And then we have to quickly find the second and stab it for the field of heat before it attacks us, because we might be in kill range at the moment. Nope. He was right where I thought he would be for once. He's not usually up there. So this field of heat takes out the tiger. Okay, we're not going to save time, but even with the fight spawn, I mean, we're barely losing anything. That was an incredibly good Osaka cast, man. I'm upset. That was ridiculously good. That stupid fight spawn. I mean, that really says how much time there is to save in that chapter. Pretty short chapter here. Well, I shouldn't say it. It's a decently long chapter. But most of it is in one specific spot. Welcome to Haruka. We're spending time with Haruka and Sotenbori. Sorry, Haruka, we have places to be, so we don't have time. Also, as mentioned, things did not end up well for Sengoku at the end of that fight. Ryuji kicked him out of Ryuji stabbed him and then kicked him out of a building. Don't care about this fight spawn. It's going to get canceled out by this cutscene. A couple of cutscenes to skip, and we're approached by a talent agent who wants to sign Haruka to be an idol. Haruka's 10 years old, by the way. We're not interested. She's not interested. So we're just going to go somewhere else. And immediately we're going to get a phone call from the talent agent trying to get us to change our minds. So we figure we'll go ahead and hear him out. It can't hurt. We run back toward the talent agent's office. Couple of cutscenes to skip here. We say it could be in Haruka's best interest, and then all of a sudden we hear her scream from outside. Don't really know why, but she's screaming. She's being... This is a rival talent agent who's trying some underhanded tactics to get her to sign with... to get Haruka to sign with them. She's not interested, so we just take care of them. It's annoying that the one guy didn't die. Also, I almost pulled out the other sword and killed myself. Haruka's now very mad that we would even consider the proposal, because she would have to stay in Sotenbori and we'd have to leave her behind. So, we have heard that there is a singer at Stygiel. And we think maybe if we go find the singer and introduce the talent agent to the singer, maybe he'll get off our back about Haruka and stop trying to get Haruka to stay in Sotenbori. Oh, that was almost really bad. So we're going to go into Stygiel. As soon as we get inside, we're going to see a cutscene with the drunk patron and a waitress. Turns out the waitress is the singer. So we got to go find her. Fortunately, she's right where Kaoru was. Right behind us at the river. Yes, double tiger. Tiger dead. Only 2 tigers were harmed in the making of this video game. Don't worry about it, it's fine. So this is the waitress, she's the singer. Usually you can briefly hear her singing. She's actually pretty good. Run back to talk to the bartender to learn some more about the waitress. When we're stopped by the talent agent who's chased after us. So we're just going to take advantage and take him to meet the singer. So he's found his new client. He's done with us. We're going to get rid of that fight spawn. We might have been able to sneak through this, but I didn't trust it. We're going to head back to the bar to go back to Kamurocho and end the chapter. Everything always works out that simply in this game, right? Nothing ever goes wrong. We're just gonna go back to Kamurocho. Have a nice little train ride. Of course not. We get a phone call from a Kamurocho police officer named Kurahashi. Only it turns out he's not a Kamurocho police officer named Kurahashi. He's actually one of the survivors of the Jingwan Mafia raid, who's been trying to kill us this whole time. So we're now attacked on the highway by the Jingwan Mafia. This is the truck set piece. After this second wave, we're going to use a muscle soda and do a slight heal. Because in wave 3, there's an enemy that throws hand grenades at us. And if one of those hits us, we will die. That's mildly annoying. Alright, so. Small heal, muscle soda. The muscle soda is not for this phase, it's for a later phase. Fortunately, he dropped the hand grenade on himself. Alright, this is the last wave of Really? Last wave of enemies. By the way, you can just grab these guys and throw them onto the highway and they die. Very fun to do when you're playing casual. Unfortunately, again, very slow. Hey, look who it is. It's the man in black. So as usual, we have our sword. We run forward, we stab, he dies. That was what the muscle soda was for. No, I don't. We might... It has a chance... No, it's not going to last long enough. So, this takes us back to Serena, where we get another phone call from Kurahashi, and we have to go to... He's holding everybody at the Millennium Tower. Now, if we just run to the Millennium Tower, first, it's going to be slower, because it's a long run. Second, there's a group of Jingwan Mafia members just out there waiting. So if we taxi there, it drops us off right in between two sets of Jingwan Mafia members, two sets of fights, so we don't have to do this fight, and we can just go straight inside. So we head on up to the floor. It's the florist area where everyone's being held. And we have the Kurahashi fight. We want to take everybody out before we deal with him, because he does have a field of heat. That is annoying. I don't think this is enough, but yeah. It at least gets him on the ground and prevents him from shooting us. This is the same animation that the Ryuji field of heat was earlier. They like to reuse these animations a lot. Pretty good chapter, though. We have 7 cutscenes to skip here now. We might be saving some time here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a whole backstory of how Kaoru is actually the daughter of the head of the Jingwan Mafia that was killed in the raid. Ooh, nice. Very nice. There might still be a little more save there, too. So that's all about Kaoru's backstory and how her mom was murdered at one point. But Kawara saved her at the raid and has been keeping an eye on her, along with Tamio this whole time. So now that she knows the truth about her history, we have to go find her. She is, of course, at Serena, so we're just going to Serena. And once we get there, we have a couple cutscenes to skip. And then Date calls us to tell us that Kazuki has finally woken up and has something to tell us about the Jingwan Mafia's plans. Kaoru is looking into a CD full of information that we got off of the Jingwan Mafia. So she's looking into that while we go talk to Kazuki. And I ran the wrong way out of there. Not a huge deal. Just be smarter and run the correct direction. No fight spawn, good. So at Emoto's clinic, we're going to talk to Kazuki. Kazuki has some news for us. Jingwan Mafia have set up bombs throughout Kamurocho as their revenge. I always forget. It doesn't just put you outside. So we are going to go to the talk. Not only that, Ryuji is planning another attack on Kamurocho. So we're going to talk to the Tojo clan so that they're ready to deal with Ryuji. Don't trust that. I don't think I would have made that. I need to be better about learning about saving and quitting as well anyways. They're saving and loading. So I need to be better and faster at doing that, but that's the emergency button to get rid of a fight spawn. I might have been able to reach that vending machine. I'm not sure. Didn't want to risk it. Alright, so Date has some news for us. So we've got to go to Purgatory and talk to him. Tojo clan, Daigo's going to take members of the Tojo clan and be ready for Ryuji. Date, though, is going to tell us that, you know, the police department really isn't interested in acting on tips from people wanted for murder. So they're not doing anything. So they're going to change plans up with the help of the florist. Florist is back to his old haunt after the stuff with Kurahashi. The florist is going to find the bombs. There's 30 bombs. One for each of the members killed in the Jingwan Mafia raid. And the Tojo clan is going to disarm them. What could possibly go wrong? While we are going to deal with Ryuji and the Goryu clan. So we get a call from Bantam. There are members of the Goryu clan attacking the bar. So we run off to help. We're going to get another phone call when we get outside from Emoto. There's members of the clan also attacking his clinic. And then finally, as we get to the exit here, we're going to get a phone call from Yuya that the Goryu clan is also at Stardust. Sorry, Yuya. For the moment, you're on your own. Because Yuya, we know, can handle himself. Tamara comes to tell us that... I don't care. Millennium Tower and Bantam. We start with Bantam. So we just have to run in here. We have a quick fight to deal with. Now, I don't know where my HP is at the moment, but I kind of don't want to use the fire sword. Because the final fight here is a pain in the ass, and I've lost a 2.5 minute PB run on that fight, and I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I lost a huge PS5 PB on that fight, and I don't want to worry about that. So we're through with Bantam. I forgot I could skip that at the end. We don't care about that fight spawn. It's not going to catch up to us. Now we're going to Emoto's clinic. Yeah, we'll probably lose a little time here, unfortunately. We'll see. Depends how this fight goes. paused early. That was annoying. You... Oh my fucking god, what was that? Okay, so that's going to change up plans a little bit. We're going to immediately go into extreme heat when we start the fight at Stardust. Oh yeah. We're losing time because of the save load. Okay. Yep, that was the emergency oh shit button. It's annoying, but I mean, I know why. I can live with it. We're probably not going to PB this run, but we might barely clutch something out at the end. We'll have to see. We're going into extreme heat here just to be safe with HP, because Oshio is a pain in the ass. You know what? To lose 2 seconds with that save load when it was pretty slow, I can live with that. Chapter 15. Remember that other 3-minute break segment I said we had coming up? We're there. This cutscene is maybe one of the best in the whole series. It's Majima and Nishida disarming a bomb. Nothing could possibly go wrong there, right? Right? Please, if you play this game, watch that cutscene. It is incredibly worth it. But we need to go up to Kamurocho Hills to check in on Majima and see how things went. Because it was the Majima family and the Tojo clan that were disarming the bombs. Obviously, Tojo clan didn't, Kamurocho didn't blow up, so they were successful. But we're gonna talk to you twice, or 2 cutscenes. Now we're spending time with Haruka and Kamurocho, except that we're not. This is the other 3-minute waiting segment. Dante is gonna call us after 3 minutes and tell us to meet him at Serena. So since we have nothing to do for 3 minutes, you can see where this is going. We're just gonna sit here outside Serena, once again in first-person mode to stop the idle text boxes from coming out. And we've got 3 minutes to just sit here and do nothing. So everybody, now's your chance to take a quick break, grab something to drink if you need before the finale. I'm gonna be right back. And we'll finish this run off, and we'll see if we can clutch out a PB on this one. Maybe. There's a few seconds of time save in the final chapter. Alright. Turn the fan on. It's a little warm. We've got about a minute or so left before we get this phone call. There it is. That was a lot quicker than I was expecting, I'll be honest. Kaoru wants us to go to... Kaoru was able to get some information, or was not able to get information off the CD, or so she says. But her boss from the... her boss is at the Kamurocho police station and has some information for us. So she wants us to go there and talk to him. That's annoying. How do I lose time here? Well, okay, that's fine. Maybe I can pull this out. I don't know if there's 10 seconds to be saved, or 8 seconds to be saved here. We'll see. But we made it to the finale. We're finally going to finish a run for the first time in a few days. Alright, we're going straight into the finale. Jingwan Mafia is waiting for us. We just have to fight our way through to Kamurocho Hills. Nice of them to gang up. I'm gonna use a heal just to be safe. I may not need it, but I'm playing it safe there. So we've got several waves of enemies. Wave number 2, they all come at me fairly quickly, which is nice. Real good fight. Wave 3, they don't come at me as fast, but that's mainly because there's a couple of large enemies that are slow here. So we're gonna run around them to get to the large enemies. Have everybody else come back to me. Now, that didn't really work out as I'd hoped. Unfortunate. Because the others didn't come to me as quickly as I'd hoped. That was rough. That fight probably just killed PB right there. But this is still a pretty good run. There's definitely... Okay, that was pretty nice. It's gonna be very close. I honestly don't know. So you can see there's another wave of enemies right in front of us. And that would be the last wave. Except for some reason up here, there's no enemies. So we just run past them. No need to fight them. Okay. This is we got a little bit of a mini boss fight here, basically. This is basically Chen and the guys from I'm forgetting the names, but it's the guys from Emoto's office earlier. Kim and Choi. Basically that fight phase 2. Only they don't have a field of heat, so we get through here faster. Please, Kiryu. Not right now. We've got a couple waves of enemies here in Kamurocho Hills. Just gotta keep an eye on HP, right? We're okay for the moment, just gotta keep an eye on it. Deal with the gun guys. It has the additional benefit of them spawning in behind me. Okay, we're going into field of heat here. Because one of these guys has that. I'm gonna heal just to be safe. We may not need it, but we have one final fight with everybody's. Do I have? I can use muscle. One final fight with the man in black. Yeah, we would have been fine without, but I didn't want to risk that. He's done screwy things in the past. This is finally the end of the man in black. We will not see him again. Which, given that we only have 3 fights left in the game, is probably a little bit too late. We're gonna run up to the first of those 3 fights. Ryuji 2. We should be fine here, HP-wise, but just be ready to heal just in case. We've got the muscle soda active, we're fine, so we should just be able to stab him, and we're pretty much through him. Yeah. We actually will dodge no matter what we do with those QTEs, but it speeds up, the slowdown effect gets cut off quicker if I actually hit them. This is a very long feel the heat, unfortunately. This is probably like 30 seconds. Maybe not as long as I thought, maybe 15. But we have 2 cutscenes to do. There are 3 cutscenes to skip. Where we're going to meet a long-lost friend. Hey, that's the guy from the graveyard earlier. You know, Terada, the former head of the Tojo clan. Except not really. This is Daijin Kim. We deal with all of his guys. Yeah, we fail that first one because it's faster. Another reason for the heal. We just go into the field of heat. I think we're fine to not heal against Ryuji. I think we're okay. This is going to be very close, actually, as far as whether this PBs. I don't know. Like I said, I think we're okay not to heal. So we just gotta stab him, and that's gonna instantly push into a QTE. Actually, we're gonna muscle soda. Alright. Final QTE. If we miss this, we die. If we hit this, we PB. GG. Holy crap, that's there. Okay, that's more than I thought was there in the finale, but I'll take it. What a wild run. Thank you for the GGs. What a wild run this was. There's still probably 30 seconds there in Chapter 5. Chapter 8, there's probably another 10 seconds. God, 10. Fight spawn, I think it was? 12 still has close to 30 to 45 seconds, I think. Finale, I knew there was some. I don't know how much more is in the finale. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that, the way this run went, but I'll take it. I will say, I do think this is uneducated opinion. It's raining outside. It wasn't supposed to rain. That's what I'm hearing. I mean, we'll take the rain. Absolutely. I do think this means that this run, unfortunately, is quite a bit slower than... This version of the game is quite a bit slower than the first remake. Or remaster of Yakuza 2. But that one had an issue where it would crash if you were running on a PC newer than like 2015. Or anything with above like a quad-core CPU. And is no longer listed, so I can't get it. So, we make do. But, I think 145 RTA is doable. It's gonna take a very good run, but I think it's doable. Like, probably, I mean, there's probably a minute plus RTA to get. Excuse me. Like, this is still, my RTA is 15 minutes slower than Lola's. World record is 10. So, I don't know if that's just game speed, load speed. Like, I legit think part of it, I think Kiryu just runs slower in this version of the game. I really do. That said, I would feel comfortable with this run submitting it at 150, even if it is only a couple minutes. So I will take that. That's not bad. There were a couple missed taxis. I'm getting the route down better.